Welcome to Double K Radio's podcast. This is DKO Poe. I'm here with DKO David, and we've got some exciting news around Dragon Ball Fighters. We're getting a patch, and hopefully it's more significant than the previous patch where it touched on some characters and a lot of other characters were kind of left untouched, and it made people feel like they could have done a little bit more. So we're just gonna voice our opinions on what characters we feel would need the more work, less work, and how we feel would be a good way to change them up a bit because we know these characters on screen right now are getting touched. We just don't know what's actually going to happen. Nobody knows yet. It's probably, oh yeah, or when, but everybody's saying more likely than not it will happen when the new DLC characters are going to drop. And people are thinking it's going to be around right after Evo, which is not this weekend, but next weekend. What's that?
It's close. August 4th, maybe?
Yeah, August 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th,
Yeah.
one of those dates. So let's start off. David,
Yo!
first character, top left, Frieza. What do you think?
I think, before I go to Frieza, that we have fantastic artwork. I just want to say. Give it a shout out.
It's really nice.
It looks pretty cool. The layout looks awesome. But yeah, Frieza. Hi guys. I'm a little bit under the weather, so if you hear me sounding weird, it's because I sound weird. But Frieza, right? If we're gonna go about how you mentioned something more impactful in this patch instead of just smart fixes of bugs and things that fixes the game, but it's not something that would excite you to play this character, right? Because then it's too low tier or high tiers in the eyes of someone. Frieza has one of the mechanics that is very exciting to use, but very not rewarding, to be honest. Which I would say, if they really buff his golden Frieza mode, right? And I don't mean by just buffing it by damage or speed. I just mean that it's something that when he finished using his golden Frieza, it's not, oh, now I'm punished for being buffed up and using a super. You should not be punished for that. I think other characters using one super and they're still positive and stuff. And like we mentioned many podcasts before, it installs super, like how Soul Bad Guy or something like that. Even though he feels when he finishes install, he becomes in a weak state, like he's just done. It's for a microsecond, right? It's not like something that feels here that someone can press two buttons and teleports to you and vanish and hits you and then it continues a combo. So I want to see a buff on his golden form. Some of his normals are a little bit Yankee sometimes. When they hit you, they might be a little bit inconsistent. Or maybe it's me not being professional with him, but some of the hits feels like he has a hand slap movement that does an aura on the bottom, and sometimes it feels that the hitbox of that is a little bit random, like it doesn't consistently hit sometimes in certain places that it should. So maybe if they fix his hitbox on those hits, like his blast and some of his normals, and then buff up his golden form, I think people will definitely maybe see a little bit more playing him, because I think that give him more combo options, right? His normals only can do a certain route because they want to make him unique. He has these projectiles that sometimes feels useless, to be honest, like the lasers up and stuff like that. Make him that he can convert, or they have faster recovery, so then you can become a zoning machine or something like that. So it could feel powerful. And then if you want to go in, then you do an install and then you start rush mode. So you have like two modes for him.
I think you're absolutely right on the Golden Frieza part, David. I actually have written that down on my notes for Golden Frieza. I think if they're going to keep it the same, that they should lower the cost for it, because there is a risk using it, right? You're using 3 levels to get a little bit of a speed boost and a power boost, and I guess an extra air dash, right?
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, it's still a gamble and not something you want to spend resources on, because more than likely, even if you're like doing an install into a combo or something like that, it's not going to be that beneficial. So what I'm thinking is either they reduce the cost of Golden Frieza, or have Golden Frieza kind of even out on meter build, because you're using a lot of meter, and if you do just any kind of standard combo with Frieza, you're already like, you need like 7 levels to be like, haha, I did this, and then like I did like another level 3, and now I gave you like the damage that a regular combo would do, right? But maybe you landed the hit better because you got Golden Frieza or not. Even though, even with that, it's not that big of a benefit to decide to use 3 levels for when you could probably use it on on your other 2 teammates, right?
Yeah.
So I would say definitely buff how much meter build Frieza gets in that mode, especially since you kind of have to gamble also when you're getting out of that mode also, yeah. Right? And one other thing, I personally, this is the biggest reason I don't play Frieza, because I wanted to be a Frieza main before, which is his assist doesn't track at all. It has 2 places where it could be. If it's in the corner, it can't go anywhere, so it actually goes in the corner, or it's right in the middle of the screen, no matter where the opponent is. If it has some kind of placement, maybe not entirely like track, but if it's like the opponent's close, it goes close to you, like, because it has such a vast area of effect that it has, right? So maybe it just has 3 spots it could be: far, medium, close.
Like a smart system for it that will make you more assertive when you do the super. Like, yeah. It's not like, oh well, it didn't hit him because this one goes there. Yeah, I like it.
I know it's a huge radius of an assist, but I really don't think people are gonna be like, this Frieza assist. I just can't with this.
Why I gotta put this character in?
Other than that, I would say maybe some anti-homing dash durability on a lot of his homing tools. I mean, a lot of his projectiles and zoning tools. Maybe a little bit faster startup on his ball, because that one actually does blow up homing dash. But if it comes out faster, it'll be easier to interrupt that. So that's all I got for Frieza.
I think to piggyback on that, right? The meter building. I didn't thought about it, but yeah, it does make sense. I forgot that it was 3 levels, and I thought it was 2. Now that it literally is 3 levels, man. And then you could use one more level, I think, to have his assistant shoot. Sorry, I forgot the name of that guy.
You could actually buff that too, because you're using another level for a mix-up situation that you don't really need to do.
That you can convert either, though.
Yeah, you can convert. So if he's got that dude Sorbet, I think his name is, it should be a little bit more damage. It literally hits like a down H. I don't know. I don't remember how much it is, but I remember it being a very insignificant number.
Or free. Make it that it doesn't cost a level. You don't have to use it, but it's free. It's like an extension of a move, right? Like a delay wake up. That is your delay wake up. So instead of holding down, if you hold down delay wake up, he comes and shoot. If you don't, then he doesn't shoot. Also, now that you mentioned that it was 3 levels, it's not like even when he's in golden form, his damage is so much enough that by the time he does a super, it's gonna convert. Because even if you tag to the other character, they're not gonna get the beneficial of your golden form. So that's 5 levels you're already using, and you're barely doing anything. So what I would like to see is, yeah, the middle building would be great because he will become a battery. All the zoning and doing all this stuff, when you become golden, it becomes better.
Or even just to even out, you know, like, I know, like, even if he does become a battery, him being a golden Frieza and then having a lot of meter left over to still do it again and stuff like that, maybe that's a little too strong in a way. But as long as you feel like it's not completely not in your favor to pop golden Frieza, get hit once, and then it's, you know, it's the time is ticking away on your form, and you just wasted 3 levels, right?
Or maybe that you can combo easier into golden Frieza. That'll be awesome. Like if you do your auto combo when he levitates you, then you could pop golden Frieza and then do an extension of your combo. I think that would be great because you could do a hard knockdown. Now it's your turn to play. All his dashes will come into play. I think that would be great. Make it easier to combo into golden Frieza form. The meter building, better or smarter response in his projectiles, like you mentioned, and I believe, yeah, easier to combo his hits. You know, it's very elaborated, but why would you suffer to do that when other characters can be easier to do that? You want to have fun with your character. You don't want to suffer playing a game like that. At least that's not how they want you to play this game. They want you to have fun playing this game. So, yeah.
Alright, so let's move on to the next character, Nappa. I know you played a little bit of him months and months ago. Do you have any thoughts on that, David?
It was a horrible experience for me. It was a horrible experience for me because a great streamer and player, Leffen, he mentioned that, not Leffen, sorry, shout out to him. It was Hogan. Hogan mentioned that in this game, if a character doesn't play like the rest of the characters, they become weaker. And I have to agree with him to a certain extent because it's true. And Nappas, that's the case with him, right? He has really weird hits. Some of the hits don't give you hard knockdown. For me, it was really difficult to just figure out how to convert to a regular combo, you know? And yes, he does have gimmicks of doing the Cyberman, which is something that I would like to see. Yeah. Even if it sounds as crazy as it is, I will still buff that Cyberman, right? Make it that either it comes out quicker from the ground, or you can have more than one.
So, I think with EX, I think you kind of can have them in succession.
Yes,
So that's,
not at the same time.
but not at the same time. But I think my idea for him is his problem is he always needs assists, right? And if he's by himself, it's kind of hard to get his gimmick out, his Cyberman out. I'm thinking like what made it like what the new Goku has with his Kaioken, how it gets stronger as your teammates die. I think in some way you should have a buff on your Cyberman as your teammates are gone. So like if you're the last one, maybe your Cyberman has an extra hit of durability. I think his EX Cyberman should come out way faster and be really hard to punish. You're still wasting meter, but you know you have that mix up. You have that you have that option that helps you out when you're by yourself, and that wouldn't have him locked onto that first character slot.
Yeah, I agree with you. And then some of his combo conversion, like you mentioned by itself, are so weak. So what I would like to see is either something like this, either make his assist as himself better, as in instead of using that blast he does, maybe use a Cyberman. Imagine if his assist is throwing a Cyberman. That will put him into a lot of teams because now you have that combo effect just by putting him there, which will be great. Or making that if you put your Cyberman, you tag out, it comes out. Like if I put my Cyberman there and I tag out to my other character, the Cyberman will still come out and attack.
I think that might be a little strong if you can still use assist. I think if you have the Cyberman out there, I think it should just go away if you're gonna use a different assist. Because let's say your Cyberman's still out, and if you do have that change where Nappa is your assist and is a Cyberman, like and it is a Cyberman assist, then there's another Cyberman, and where where does it end? Because then like by the time that first Cyberman gets used and the Nappa Cyberman is gone, you got one more assist, and then you could re-up on another Cyberman after that. I don't know. That sounds kind of strong.
But it could be maybe lasts less. Maybe it doesn't do the 3 hits that it does. Maybe it does 2 hits.
Yeah.
So then by the time it comes out, then it's already doing that. I don't know, something that will make people, I want to pick Nappa because that assist is annoying and I want to do that for him.
It would make him more different, right? Because there are other characters that blast, like Frieza. Frieza and this guy's Nappa's assist are basically the same, except Nappa's is a little better because it actually moves with where your opponent is, even though it's not as big. But it doesn't make it as unique, like if that would be Nappa's assist, then that's his thing. Yeah. You got Cyberman for days, right? That would be really cool.
But that would be cool, right? Because then you as the opponent, you want to snap in Nappa to kill him up. I also would like to see his S, which is a projectile, it breaks other projectiles like how Broly one does. But it doesn't have a recovery, right? It's so slow. It's just and you cannot get much out of it other than a vanish or something like that. And I would like to see a faster recovery on that, right? Because then maybe you can utilize that to stop gimmicky or the Vegeta assist or something like that, And it just that little invulnerability or something that defeats other projectiles will be something else that people can be like, oh, I want to pick him because of this, or maybe that's my counter pick towards something, I don't know. I want to see those changes that might put him in the spotlight in some sense. Doesn't make him the best character, but it will put him in a radar.
One other thing, I think I would like his down H to be a little bigger. Since he's like, if somebody's in the range of that clap, just kind of like almost like the second hit of Bardock's auto combo, it just kind of sucks you in. Yeah, I think that would be really good for the character because sometimes it's just that range of it isn't that great. Mind you, like the balance of it is the range of his standing H is really good because he just fucking
moves forward. Yeah. But it doesn't have super armor or anything, so
it doesn't.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just really far.
Are we done with Nappa?
Yeah, we are. And his mustache. Fix his mustache.
Yeah, give him the DLC of when he actually had hair when he was
Oh
younger.
my god.
Gotenks is next on the list. I can't really think of anything other than like specific frame data because I know he's plus on a lot of things. Maybe that's what's gonna happen. I think that I'm guessing that's what's gonna happen, but I can't really say for sure what. Even with my experience playing Gotenks, what would be changed in a way that it's fair? Because I have a strong feeling it's gonna be a nerf. It's not gonna be a buff.
Me too. I do feel that definitely they're gonna try to nerf a little bit of him or more. I will personally would like to see that his jumping light punch that hits a million times, maybe it hits one less time than those million times. I think it's four, five, three times.
Three times.
Maybe two times will be enough. At least that I will see. Something that is doesn't break the character. It's still strong. But two, because three becomes sometimes that last active frame of that is not visible, but it's still hitting. I seen it happen. Maybe with two, it happens less because you in the air and then you stop hitting in the air, right? You have to do something else. I really don't have much other than maybe his super move do a little bit more damage.
Well, I don't think damage is a thing with him because he does get the hit pretty easy. He's got a real low. He's really fast. His buttons like a lot of them aren't far reaching, but they're really good. He's got really good buttons. So damage wise, I think he's okay. I think a little bit more damage might be a little much for him, which is like kind of one of the things when we get to Cell is about Cell. It's like Cell's really good at getting hits, but he does ridiculous amount of damage. So you know, I don't. I think that'll happen with Gotenks where it'll just be a little too much for people.
Well, but if they do nerf some of the stuff, because he's definitely, I feel like they're gonna definitely nerf a lot of stuff. Then don't just neuter him. Just give him a little bit, maybe something else. Maybe his level 3 does a little bit more damage because he does hit that often. That level 3.
Yeah.
Because he hits so many times. Maybe that's something that you you used Goten, now you use the level 3 a lot to finish it off. Because it's really rare that people actually. How many level 3s you hit with Gotens, right? You've seen it so many times in so many matches over and over, and you're like, wait, what's going on? Why he keeps doing level 3? We should hit you a little bit harder, maybe. In that sense. But you're right. You're right in some of the things that you mentioned.
So next character, Android 21.
So next character. Here we go. Next.
No. I think there's some things that.
No, don't touch my girl.
I think David's best girl is gonna get a little bit of a nerf. David, what do you think about this character?
I just think that she is strong. Yes, I do feel because she's technically a last boss. Spoiler alerts. But she has a lot of flaws, man. She has a lot of flaws. Like she don't have a hard knockdown by herself. She don't have meter building combos because she has to use meter to extend those combos. Her jumping light punch is one of the worst. It arcs up. It doesn't have range. And you'd be like, yeah, but what will you do that when you could do jumping meter and it has more range? Well, maybe you need that light punch because it's faster. Depends on the situation. You're not always gonna be in that perfect zone situation. So I think that light punch is kind of weird. Maybe have fun with her command grab would be great. It doesn't mean nerf, but maybe change it up. Maybe if you do it twice, it's stronger or something like that. Because sometimes, as a player, you rarely see anybody actually in tournaments doing the command grab. It's unsafe as hell.
Yeah, it's like you get hit by the first one,
and
then the player's aware of it,
yeah.
Right?
And even in a combo, when you do it in a combo, an extension or something like that, yeah, you can extend it, but then it's really rare that you can use those moves. I think all that ability absorption hasn't been explored because this game doesn't reward that, and I'm pretty sure you could do crazy combos. I've seen online with different powers, and it varies, but if you can rarely have the opportunity to do that.
The thing is, like, the practicality of it, right? That's what basically you're getting at. I think you're absolutely right because I think she should get kind of an adjustment when it comes to that. Maybe dumb down her natural powers, right? But boost up the powers that she gains a little bit so that it's more intriguing to the other players trying her out and playing.
Well, they're more invincible. You get more priority. Like if you get a regular Kamehameha, you're more invincible with her Kamehameha.
Yeah, like let's say if I'm playing against her, right, and she grabs me and takes something, I want to be like, fuck. You know,
she got a power up version of my move.
Yeah. Instead of going, okay, she did the thing.
Oh, she's dying anyway in the next combo. I think her level 3 that she gains health, it definitely needs a buff because God, you barely get anything.
But the thing is, like, if you're gonna ask for a buff for that, she needs a reduction on her damage.
On her normal damage.
On that, like on normal damage, because she's one of those characters that
She
get
hits hard.
100% touch of deaths, like from zero, right?
Yeah,
she can start from zero.
She definitely does hit hard. So because she's definitely gonna get nerfed, I definitely feel that. But I feel that maybe her level 3, then give her a little bit more health when she like significant health. That you're like, well, I got hit a lot, but now because I'm still fighting, I'm gonna get that health back.
You know what? You just gave me an idea for all of those Majin health regenerative supers. I think it should scale. Like in Smash, when something scales down, when you do the move a lot, let's say it's really good the first time, it's just okay the second time, and it's barely anything the third time. I think that's be a good idea.
I like it because those characters that you mentioned, they're not gonna be hitting you with that level 3 that often. So yeah, it does make sense. Maybe that's if you did it that first time, it will be the one that saves your match. You know, I like that. Definitely like that. But yeah, I wanted to see a change on her light punch. Maybe a hard knockdown. Maybe her hard kick in the air does a hard knockdown now or something like that. I know they use it for combo extension, but I think you favor better with a hard knockdown as a universal thing. Yeah, I don't want to see much of her change.
What about the man himself, Cell?
The perfect being.
The perfect being, David. That's another character.
How can you nerf something that is perfect? You can't. Then it's not perfect anymore. Then he should be named Imperfect Cell, and they should take 18 out of him.
I have information, secret information. As soon as Cell gets nerfed this next patch, he will no longer have Perfect Cell skin.
That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna be Imperfect Cell.
Imperfect one, the ugly one, the really almost full. Yes. Or maybe he's gonna end up like his first version of how bad he's gonna be.
So honestly, with him, I just honestly don't think for right now, he should get something too crazy other than just his damage. His damage across the board should be looked at and just brought down to maybe Yamcha's level.
Dude, but it's
with how often he can fuck you up.
Yes, you know? and he has a lot of extensions and a lot of hits, right? And he hits you a lot, obviously. But you don't need much to do a 5K combo, a brain dead combo, a 5K hit. But then again, you know, in the lore, he hits so hard that, you know.
Not anymore. That was a couple sagas ago, buddy.
But I think they're gonna definitely nerf his maybe the extension of his slide, how far he goes with his slide, with his crouching medium. Maybe his perfect attack. Maybe you cannot cancel after the second one. That would be a big nerf for him.
Does he have 3 lows? Right, he has 3 lows.
And he can cancel.
Who else has 3 lows?
Frieza. Guess one does twice. But anyway, but people block low every day, so it doesn't matter. I think his damage is definitely gonna get nerfed, and his perfect attack is gonna get nerfed as he probably either damage or he can cancel out of it. But you know how people do combo, they can cancel right after they're still hitting you. I think definitely that's gonna be out. Gonna definitely neuter his wings, man.
And with that neutering, he's still gonna be really good. I still honestly think after this patch, he's still gonna be really good.
He has great buttons. He has great buttons, great light punches, extensions. And it sucks, right? Because he's such a likable character because he's very cocky, he's very arrogant, and a lot of people like this villain. So I think it was cool. A lot of people play it, but then again, it became like a plague, man. Like, even I picked him, man.
Yeah, it became a meme. If you're, you know, you sell out, you spell it with a C. That's it. Everybody's selling out to sell.
So definitely damage and perfect attack, I think is definitely gonna get nerfed, and maybe his crouching medium kick as a slide, and maybe you cannot cancel it on block or something like that.
Alright, so our next character is Vegeta Blue, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta. This character, I know you played a little bit before.
I play a lot with him.
Yeah, other than his mix-ups with his Rekkas being kind of expensive, I don't know what I would do to this character. It's up to you, bro.
His assist is very slow.
I do have an idea. Keep it going.
His assist is very slow, and I get it's a big bang attack, which is almost a super. but I think it's very hard to combo with him as his assist. And I think if it was easier, then people would definitely see more liability on using him. Yeah, let's use him. It's easier to combo now. He's a fun character. He definitely plays different than most of the cast, I would say, because he has command grabs. But that's another thing I would say. I think the hitbox on his command grab should be better because it's not like you can get a touch of death combo with it, right? Maybe you can. Maybe I'm wrong, but I haven't seen that. But I think maybe the hitbox should be better. Maybe he can grab you easier, even if you're crouching with that, with the command grab. Because then that becomes a thing with Vegeta. It's not just those kicks that you tell is expensive. Now he has command grabs. And it's a funny thing because this game has a funny way of how to actually read those command grabs. Some of them always hits you, some of them whiff. I don't know what's going on there. But I would like to see his command grab getting buffed. Maybe you can extend combo easier with your command grab without meter. So then that's the thing, and his assist, I definitely wanted to see it faster.
So here's my idea with an assist. I want it to be more versatile, whether it be like for combos or for Oki. I think they should do with his assist what they did with Krillin's, where like there's one version of it that you press the back button and assist, or there's one that you press and then it's regular. So here's what I think it should do. It should have two speeds. A regular speed, because everybody complains about just the speed, how slow it pops out, right? You could do a slow speed and a regular speed. That alone is going to fuck people up because they'll never know which one you're going to do.
Yeah. So it builds up combo potential and setups if it's slow. Anything that you change the timing in fighting games is fantastic. I definitely see that. I would also like to see, I don't know if you know, his S is kind of unique. He can aim them, in combo with them,
that, yeah.
And there's combos with that. I would like to see maybe a third one. Maybe you could shoot a third one. That would be a simple buff. Two might be too predictable. One might be unsafe, right? So maybe three. Maybe three would be great. Something simple like that, I think it would be cool. I don't know if it's gonna make or break the character, but I would like to see something like that.
All right. So actually, another character that you tried out before is next, and that would be
Ginyu Tom Sentai.
the captain.
Yes.
Captain Ginyu. So you take it away, David. I have an idea for one thing, even though I don't play the character, but you could give me your feedback on that.
Yeah. Definitely. Everybody knows that he does have to do a lot of his Ginyu Force for combo extensions if he's gonna do it himself. But those things are like a math equation for you to perfectly execute those. So maybe, and I know I'm being a little bit more generic in that sense because I'm not talking about numbers or plus and block. But maybe easier to do those, and that character will be funner to play. Maybe you can do a regular light punch to medium punch to Gudo that freezes you there, and that's not breaking the game. It's just easier for you to continue your extension. Plus, as an spectator, it looks great. Oh, he called that person. He did that thing. I would also like to see that if Gudo does that, it freezes the assist. If you throw an assist, it freezes your assist there, which is great, right? Because we're delaying your assist to coming back, we're delaying all that stuff. He's level 3 to be faster. I know it's crazy, but that is the thing about Ginyu, right? It is a high risk, high reward, but you never see it because it's more risk than reward. And by the time that you do that, it's not like you start a game with level 3.
So, if they were to keep the body switch the same, right? If they keep that the same, if they keep it as difficult it is to use and to actually apply, because you actually need to be familiar with the character you're switching, right? So you have to be super knowledgeable in the game, probably the most knowledgeable in the game than anybody else, because you have to be ready to switch out a character that you're not really playing on your team. If they keep the side switch the same, I think they should buff the damage on his regular level 1 that he can charge up to 3 levels, because I honestly don't feel like it does enough damage.
Nope.
Even though you can charge those 3 and DHC into another level 3, I get it, that's big damage when you look at it, just raw or whatever, but I just think it needs more damage. It doesn't feel like enough.
I do agree. Playing with him, I'd be like, oh, I charged this level 3. Oh, great. It didn't do much. Maybe I should have done level 3. But that's the thing. I think it feels like there's a confusion between how the character was supposed to be played and in paper and how it came out. So maybe in theory that sounded great, but it didn't execute great. Yeah. So and maybe do it in the air. Let him do that cannon in the air. It would be great. because then now you don't have to just do a hard knockdown and do that. Maybe you can do that with an assist of your Guinea Force that is already down, and it gives you combo potential. I don't know. I definitely want to see that. Or maybe that your Guinea Force has a one hit durability. Some of them, maybe. You know. I forgot his name, and I'm sorry for that. The blue one, the one that is really fast.
Birder.
Got you. Him. At least let him have one hit invincibility, because his job is to be annoying and take over the sky. But if he can get shut down quickly, then there's no point. You know, and so I think that would be great, because then you have that active. Now that's that Guinea Force. Man, I can't jump. Guinea has that guy over there, so it becomes his thing.
Yeah,
I want to see that more.
The one thing that when I was like touching buttons with him the other day to figure out like maybe if I could figure out something that I think he could change, the raccoon charging raccoon.
God. Blast.
Where he blasts. I don't think the radius is that great. I know it kind of controls space because like it controls that little area, right? But I also tried to continue doing my Ginyu Force, and it just kind of stays stuck on Birder that's going back and forth. I think two things I would like to change: the blast be bigger, and that the Ginyu Force is still readily available on a loop until you get to maybe Raccoon again. Yeah, and then it just kind of locks if you did it so fast.
Or
I don't think it breaks it.
Or make it more damage too. Like that doesn't do much damage. It could be shut off. Yeah, you said it takes space, but it can actually be taken out. You know, super or whatever. But yeah, I totally agree with that.
But any rework is he's probably one that would be close to needing a full rework as a character with how the game evolves.
Why he don't have a level 3 that the whole Guinea Force comes and fucks you up? That would be amazing. That would be insane. Like how in the Naruto game they have the whole Akatsuki and they destroy you. That's one of the best supers ever in an anime game.
Does it look like that Knight summon from Final Fantasy VII?
Yes, nice little round. Yeah. Yes, but anime version. Absolutely.
It is anime. Oh. Anyway, let's move on to Tien Shinhan.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say that I would think would be a good change would be his level 1 takes away health. But I think it should take away, even if it takes away more health, but it's all recoverable.
Yeah,
that's the one thing I think. I don't think it should do it for the level 3 because it'll be kind of cheap, because people could keep kind of abusing that. Mm-hmm. And with Chaozu being the least scale super in the game, the least scaling level 3, I think that's good. But honestly, like, you're losing your resource for Chaozu for using him, so I wouldn't even scale him at all. Make it big damage. Fuck it. Yeah, instant kill everybody at the end.
You become a murderer.
Dude, you're killing your friend.
He's killing him.
No, you're pressing the button now. He's not in control of that anymore.
And then
so like that, I tried Shinhan a long time, but I'm not a fan of losing your resources. And time again, I see in tournaments where if you're the last Tien Shinhan left and you're already like at half health, a lot of your gimmicks are kind of gone. So it kind of sucks. So
and it feels, and sorry to cut you off, it does feel like you're cutting your resources, but you're also cutting your tools to win, because not only I use Chaozu, I'm power up, but that's it, right? And now my super takes my health, and then my level 3 takes my health. So, and to be honest, yes, the level 3 does damage, but it doesn't do damage as much as it hurts you. So it should be if he's gonna do the damage, let it be the same damage. So now it's a gamble. Now we're both one hit away. What is it gonna be? And then you do Chaozu and they die. I definitely want to see like you mentioned, I do agree with that. His level 1 should have maybe recoverable health. Even if it's a chunk you can't recover, they still have some that you can recover. Level 3, equal damage to the equal damage that you get. Think about that, man.
That would be good.
You throw everything out, then both characters are almost dead. And then it's whoever can do it. But the only difference is, man, the enemy can have recoverable health. So maybe his level 3 takes your recoverable health. Damn, that'll be fucking crazy.
I don't know. It sounds crazy, but I'm willing to like the biggest change for me would be the level 1. The level 1, like, if it all stays the same, that's fine. But the level 1, just taking away that health, just even though lore wise, it takes away a little bit of his life force when he does it. I think blue health can be that gray line. where it's just like, yeah, it's still true to the lore. He's taking away the health,
Come on.
kinda, right? Kinda. He's still alive in the anime.
Yep. And this is the final thought for him. Chris G said that he likes him because he does it all, but he just does it in an average level. Doesn't excel. Is not horrible at it, and I do agree with it. But maybe with this buff on Earth, maybe without terrible table can turn.
Next up is Zamasu.
Whoa.
Very new character.
Yeah, right away.
I haven't
Already?
played. Yeah. I'm a little bit surprised. I'm assuming it's going to be
Nerfs.
mainly bug fixes. And I don't think nerfs. I don't think... Or some kind of quality of life change.
Can block in the area.
I talked to DG earlier because he is trying to main him. And he said, in terms of Zamasu, he thinks to be more viable when you're left out there solo with him, he probably needs to do a little bit more damage because it's a little low. But you know, I don't know how biased he is to his character.
We did saw on one of the recent tournaments a solo Zamasu fighting, and he managed to kill. But it was more surprising that he managed to kill than actually. Okay, he killed him, and you're totally right. But then again, because he's a mix-up character, because he's supposed to fly, and he's one of the most interesting characters. Maybe making that a little bit more accessible, more in control. I know he does that lining automatic thing that you have to time it in your head. Sometimes can be a little bit hard for you to do it. Maybe something that you can hold a button and let it go when you can. That would be easier. His level 3, I don't feel it does much damage.
It does when it's by itself. It does decent damage. But the thing is, I don't think, even if it doesn't do damage, you got to think about what the tool is, right? The shit can hit you from anywhere on the screen instantly. So any button you decide to whip out, and it shoots out, and it gets you.
Almost instant, because you can technically...
Instant a fucking
you can
enough.
vanish.
Imagine Goku
You
just
can vanish. You can vanish.
not out of a Kamehameha.
No, I do hear you, and I do get it. I get it. He's a really cool character. I really wouldn't like to see him getting destroyed by nerfs, because I want to see more of him. He was really hype when we saw him in the streams.
I honestly think he's getting adjustment/buffs,
and maybe a new super, which he will get the Hulk punch that he gets all disfigurated and just fucks you up. That'd be awesome.
That would, but that's more like a dramatic finish kind of look.
No, let the bionic punch. Yo, that would be insane.
If he it would make sense lore wise. If he's low health, super low health, and he busts out that super, and he gets all fucking crazy.
Yeah, because he goes from Patelillo, and then he hits it. Yeah, that would be it.
So for Lord Beerus,
it's a lot.
The least. How do I put this?
He's the Symmetra of this.
The mechanics he has don't suit how the game plays or how people play the game. Or how the mechanics don't cater to his playstyle. So, for him, I've heard some. I think I forgot the YouTuber's name. I think it was Barudi or something. He was grinding hard Beerus, and he has like a top 5 list on what he would change. There's a lot of things that have that he listed that makes a lot of sense when it comes to what normals just aren't good, like his standing light. I think his a usual combo that combos into like the heavy that launches him up. I don't think that connects with him for some reason.
Unless it's in the corner.
Yeah, it's like weird shit like that. He needs a lot of quality of life changes. But the one thing for me personally that I would put in, which is kind of have him have like a pseudo mini version of Gotenks' ghosts that stay there, which would be use his meter burn orbs have a hit of you can't air dash to it. Basically.
Gotcha. I wouldn't physical that you can.
Yeah. And he could play around with those. Like it sounds a little strong. Bet you're using meter. And one other thing I would do is make his assist more unique and more something that people will want to try out to try maybe to have set up some Oki would be the ball that he kicks out stays out as long as his regular orbs because it just kind of pops right away. But if it stays out there, maybe until if you use an assist, maybe it goes away, right? Because that's how the game works. I think that's how they would put it. But it should stay out there. It makes it unique that it will be there to disrupt your enemy or to have him mentally have that in the back of his head is enough to change like how they're thinking on how to approach you.
Is this ball will you be able to super dash through it or no?
Yeah. I think it should still be a regular ball because it's just an assist that you can keep throwing out, and we don't want to make it too cheap, right? We're just testing out the waters on. Like, all right, let's make this assist that it just sticks out there because it can still combo extend.
I do like it because people can be creative too, right? People can do a regular combo, throw Beerus assist in the bottom, and then the character ends up landing on that orb, gets hit, pops back in. I definitely like it. Everyone wants his orbs to be dash invincible. Everyone wants that.
Some people don't, and I think it's those people that air dash a lot.
and I get it because they're like, well, what's the point of dashing? Yeah, well, but that's the point of his move, right? Like,
and it's not like you're doing that to every single character. It's him. He needs his own thing.
Yeah.
He needs there to be more of a reason to be chosen, to be unique. Like when I'm looking at this list, that's what I'm mainly thinking about. What would make this character a little bit more unique? Yeah. Since there's a lot of people in the community going, well, why pick this character if this character can do this and this character is the same thing, but this character is better? You know, like that's the same old thing for a couple months now that I'm hearing from a lot of people.
Yep. And I do agree with that. Like the thing that you mentioned about the engine and not catering to him. I think the best thing I will mention for him will also be, so yeah, the orbs, of course, that doesn't have super dash, but his normals in terms of like his auto combos and stuff like that. I think they went really gimmicky with him, and it just doesn't work. He doesn't have a hard knockdown on top of that unless you do like a down H, which is, then again, it doesn't combo. So if they tied up all those things, make his down HB combo any type anywhere on the screen easier at least, and he will be a little bit more viable. But then again, he don't have tools right now, or that people have discovered that you want to keep playing with him because nothing extends, nothing keeps you there because you can super dash through it, right? I don't know. I think he also might need a rework for this game, and unless they make him super cheap, like everything stays, every orb stays,
and he's one of those characters. There's like a set amount of characters in the game. Well, there's like classes of a character in the game that you just can't make too good ever, or else it'll just be like really bad for the game.
Yeah, because then it feels like you're just doing it to please the people and not thinking about your game. I say give him a level 3 in the air.
He does.
Okay. Level 3?
Oh, no, but that level thing, you could keep comboing off of it. Well, he is the god of destruction. I'm sure he can command grab somebody in the air.
Yes, that would be awesome. He could fly or do anything. I don't know. I think he's a great character. A lot of people like him in terms of story. He just doesn't portray him being so weak in this game, you know? Make him strong. Yeah, definitely. Throw Whis in there and then fucking
yeah, he has his level 3. He has a what are those called? A passive level 3, where if you have meter, Wiz revives you.
Done.
All right, so Vegito.
Nerf his light punch. Jesus fucking Christ.
No. Well, his auto combo is kind of crazy when it.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think with the light punch, hear me out. So with the light kicks, right? I think you should give people the option. And this will definitely be like a buff, right? I think you should give people the option. If they hold the button for an extra second, it does the rapid fire kicks. If you just tap the button, it just does one kick. You know, in neutral, you're not just stuck there.
Okay.
Even though like the kicks, I think the kicks does beat
super
a lot of stuff, and like air dashing too, like which it shouldn't because it's just a normal. Yeah. But I think it'll be a better option, and I think his slam down, his crouching light. This is a weird idea, but I think they should slow down the startup and make it an overhead because it doesn't make any sense.
That it's not overhead. I think the whole point that it's not an overhead is the thing that they tried to do.
Yeah, but it still doesn't make sense for the game. He needs something to open people up that isn't, because he's one of those characters almost like Goku Black, where you're hoping somebody overextends or makes a mistake instead of applying pressure in a way where it's easier for you. Just because you got that command grab in the air, cool. You got the barrier, cool. But you need, in this game, you need some type of high-low mix-up if you don't have the side to side.
Doesn't he have that? If he jumps, he press S, it's overhead.
Yeah, but it does not instant. Like it's not instant.
Okay.
You just honestly, like with his stuff, it's just something you get used to. There's been plenty of times where I've seen people streaming and they're playing like higher level Vegetas and they're just kind of blocking everything.
Yeah, because it's just
Yeah, you just like you haven't.
look
I
at
know
my
you haven't
speed.
played in the game in a while. I know because you've been grinding BB tag, but
Mhm.
since he's come out, it's just if it's strong at first, it's only because you're not used to the character.
Correct. So it just gets you by surprise.
Yeah.
Oh, that hits you, but then once
Yeah.
you figure that out, I got you. I would like to see a buff on his counter because can you convert out of that?
I don't even know.
No, I don't think so. At least when I got
So
hit by.
maybe you can vanish
No, he grabs you. Boom in
Can
the floor.
you-
Yeah, you can vanish always, but can you convert without vanish?
or without spark. I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
I would like to see that barrier works full screens. So if you do barrier and you get hit, he teleports. He's so fast, right? He teleports and grabs you. Boom.
That would be crazy.
Even if you can convert, that would be cool.
I think it would be an awesome counter. He just kind of goes wherever you go.
Yeah, so you do super dash or anything. Okay, I grab you there. Or you
and
do
then
something over
and
there.
then like you hit him with a straight projectile, but you're already
Yes.
air dashing. So the guy goes over there to grab you, and then you air dash past him and go all the way around like a loop.
And then come
hit
back
him.
and hit him in the back of the head.
That's how that would work.
Absolutely. I would like to see his grab that he does in the air. That thing is a little bit Yankee. It's a little bit weird sometimes. Like sometimes it leaves you in a bad situation instead of a good situation. So I don't know what's going on with that. Can convert to super? Yeah, I get it. I just don't know what is going on. Like he throws you so fast down, like, and you can only either do a super or vanish. I don't know. I want to see more of that. Maybe you could use a sword better, like how in lore he throws you and then use the sword. I don't know. It just feels weird. Not sure if you've seen or experienced getting hit by it a lot. When you get grabbed by that, it just becomes a weird situation. It doesn't feel like a command grab of 16 or a grab of Vegeta.
Yeah, it's more for positioning, honestly. Like you use it in a way to go, oh, I'm in the corner.
But it's not a hard knockdown.
That's fine, but you're still positioning. Position's still better.
Okay.
And it's a grab. It's like I don't think it's something that you should be super rewarded for because they're just happen to be in your range, and all of a sudden you're in the corner. Yeah, it's not like they could see you coming at you, but it's not like you're blocking or you didn't block. You can't block.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like his super. I think his supers are good. His level 3 is okay. I don't know. I haven't seen much of him, so I want to see whatever they. I'm intrigued to see what they're gonna do for him. The counter I do want to see.
I think whatever it is, I think it's gonna be like slight buff / adjustments. Again, it's a new character. I think they're just gonna work out some kinks with him that didn't work out how they imagined.
It was highly requested, so I don't think they're gonna try to shaft him.
Broly, you are currently learning this character.
Yeah, I play a lot of characters in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so fun. He has bananas on his hair.
The only one thing that I have seen before in the past that I'd say would probably something that they're changing is in a specific timing when he's throwing out his projectile, he has armor. So that armor, if you vanish at a certain point, you hitting him, right? You hit him with vanish, and usually vanish is just one hit and it stops everything. But because he has armor, it hits with the vanish, the armor, and you could just convert that into a full combo. Because Broly's still doing that ball animation.
Yeah. Other
than that, I don't know.
I don't think that's a flaw because in most games that have super armor, you can benefit with some of those stuff. I would like to see, and everybody I think it is, his combo conversion is a little bit low. He doesn't do the most damage either, to be honest. And it's just fun to play because he has a lot of super armors through combos. But his conversion out of that, you definitely need an assist. You need to cater to him. You need to baby him. I would like to see his barrier absorption that doesn't go away when you get hit on block. It doesn't make sense. Like you do a barrier, yeah, I'm gonna be projectile invincible. Oh, they hit me with a jab, it's out. Ow, it hurts. Like no, it shouldn't.
Do you think it should have a specific amount of time?
Yeah, it does have a time already.
Regardless if it gets hit or not.
Yes, it should be whatever time it is if you get hit or not. Now, if you get grabbed or something like that, then obviously it's still there. It doesn't matter. But then again, it would be cool because if you're hitting him when he has his barrier, you cannot do an S on his combo because it's gonna phase. So that will create more of him of an unstoppable force type of thing for him. Like you do other stuff, vanish and absolutely supers. Yeah, I think it should not go away when you do that. What else? I think his his level 3 that he throws, that orb that he throws, that is really that goes slow and then it
Yeah.
turns fast. I think you should be able to choose the speed, either a really fast one that drops like how you mentioned with Frieza, or something that is very very slow and then it does. Because it only expand when you get in contact with you or the floor. Maybe you can just pop it whenever you want. You want to have that orb there.
That sounds scary. I wonder if that's how the Spirit Ball is gonna work.
Ooh.
Goku's. We'll see.
And keep that shit there like
Yeah,
a sun.
it's just coming at you. It's like a timer to your death. Like you're looking at it. Oh my god.
Yeah, I do want to see that. His command grab on medium, which is the combo, the one that you combo. Maybe either be faster, less damage, because the EX version is not much different than that, and it's the same speed and everything. So why would you do EX? Same super armor, same everything. It just goes a little bit further. That's it.
Yeah.
So maybe give the medium the range of that one, and then the meter one have either more
speed.
Correct.
More speed will be crazy.
Because it's just range.
Yeah.
And it's not like you can convert to touch of death with that.
Yeah.
Unless you spark. Yeah, I want to see his orb.
So next one, first question: is this waifu number 1 or waifu number 2 in this game?
In this game,
for you, yeah,
she's still being number 1.
She's still number 1. All right, so waifu number 1 is up next for David. Android 18.
Yes.
You went a little hard on this character a little while ago.
I did. And then I played the game.
Yes.
Yeah, I do want to see, unless you have something to say right away.
I think a lot of complaints that people say is about her neutral. I think what will help her neutral is the startup of her destructo disc, because then it gives her something to kind of chuck at people. It's like a high durability projectile too, right? That she could curve upwards or downwards and stuff like that. So I think just the startup of it being a little bit faster will help.
To match the Kamehamehas or something like that.
Yeah.
Fight. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I often find myself like, I get a hit. I'm gonna vanish or whatever. Her neutrals definitely, I think it suffers a little bit of how Vegito you mentioned. Like once you figure something out of her, you get hit. She's a high mix-up character with her assist of 17. I just feel that they're gonna be afraid to tweak her neutral because of that. Because then it can get bonkers, dude. If you have all this high and low plus 17 hitting you, I think it's gonna be ridiculous.
But her damage isn't that crazy. I think they should try.
Her damage is crazy in the corner once again. But yes.
Well, yeah, the level 1 is fucking crazy.
But even her conversions in the corners are ridiculous. I think maybe doing her assist for 17. She has one that kicks you up. Then normally people use it to be unsafe when they're unsafe with a down H. I think maybe use it in a combo will be better. Once again, just fine tuning this assist. These moves that you can combo into be better, and it's just gonna make overall the character better, because that will help in neutral instead of just being telegraphic. He's gonna do his assist now, or whatever.
So what can she? This is a question for you, because I don't think she can get much off of it. What can she get off of her command grabs?
Vanish. She can only do a vanish and then get a combo like you normally would with a combo with vanish.
Okay, I think she should do more, because I'm looking at the command grab, right, and I'm seeing 17 come out, right, and I'm just like, okay, something's gonna happen, and it just kind of ends.
Yeah, he hits you down. So that's the thing. I don't know what they were thinking, because if you do her command grab with light punch, which is slow as fuck, even for light punch, you can hold down the square and she just swings you to the other side without grabbing you and stomping on you. So what's the point of that? To vanish maybe. Okay, well then why would I even just do the other one, the one that gives you a hard knockdown, when I can just do a combo? And then her medium one does a hard knockdown with 17, but you normally use it to combo. So I don't know. Maybe faster. It needs to be faster.
What about this? Check this out. So what if her command grab, the 17 part of it, is you can choose, like maybe it sets you up with at least a slide knockdown, not a hard knockdown, but you can choose to either have her turn you, right, to whatever direction, right? It turns you in the direction and you leave it. But if you have 17 comes out, he kicks you back the other way. So maybe like
combo session.
Yeah, not even combo session, just to keep the positioning, like keep your brain active on where your position is. Like she's up against, like let's say she's got you in the corner, she has a chance to command grab you, you're out of the corner. Maybe she could use 17 to put you right back in the corner.
Or the other way, I'm not in the corner, I fling you up to the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's great, but it still needs to be faster. That's too slow.
Oh, I didn't
It
say
doesn't
anything
feel
about
right.
speed. It definitely feels fast.
It
I
really
mean,
it's
slow,
yeah.
slow. But I think they make it that speed so that people, because they know she's kind of a character where people are looking and worried about the assist, so that maybe like they'll think it's too fast because she has an assist. But fuck it, man, make it fast.
I would want to buff his 17 assist meter assist from him, that he either stops you or knocks you out. Because it's hard to convert from it. Yeah, it hits you, but then you can't do much of it, and you use a meter. And normally when you use a meter is to get more out of it, right? And her level 3 is so low damage. The level 3 is so low damage, dude. When you in Spark and you do a level 3 to someone that's Spark, is you getting them health more than damage that you're giving. Because it's not cinematic, I guess it doesn't stop. So I want to see more damage on level
3. Next character,
Mhm.
Kid Buu. I don't know this character well enough to really say anything on. All I know is he fucks me up.
3. It's crazy.
The only thing I would say that I do know that I did not like and don't understand why it works is when I'm airborne, his stomps can hit me if I'm low enough while I'm in the air. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not a fan of that. I think that's a move that should be more about controlling the ground, not also like if you
Space.
not like. So I don't know. I'm sure people, maybe some Kid Buu mains are gonna be like, no, it makes sense because the leg is out there.
And the claw.
Maybe it can hit you, but it pops you right back up for
Mhm.
a second. I don't know, but I shouldn't lead to a full combo if you're in the air and the shit's hitting you from the ground. I don't know. I don't like that.
I just think that some of his moves you should not be able to cancel out of them. That's it. That should be a nerf. It doesn't neuter him. It's just some of them just feels very YOLO. Even regular characters, even professionals are playing with him and throwing S, and S that doesn't even touches you. But because the character is so crazy, he can cancel out of that. You're always afraid to hit a button. I think some of those things needs to be toned down. His damage is okay, I think. Maybe the same thing eating you that you mentioned for the Majin should definitely be good for him. But yeah, he's kind of way too YOLO, man. It feels worse than Cell.
Yeah, in some games it really feels like, yo, fuck this guy.
Because he's just doing whatever. Like
he just wants to do it. He's definitely like, he's there with Bardock on people's complaints on what a brain dead character is.
I think he's worse.
I think he is worse. Absolutely, absolutely worse. But that's all I really gotta say about him.
I think maybe some
definitely
of the moves not getting cancelable. Yeah.
Regular Majin Buu, Fat Buu. I think he needs a little bit more damage, just a little, because I've seen really swag combos of this guy. Right, he's doing all this thing, banishing, doing EX moves to extend the combo. All this, wasting all these resources to get like something that let's say like a Goku can do just with a regular universal BMB, right? So I just think more damage and add some hitbox to his standing light that can't even hit Gotenks while he's standing. So, or at least to push him away.
Like Broly that are bigger, they can still hit him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So those two things just for Majin Buu.
So definitely hitbox, and I do agree with you with the damage. And once again, fixing those Yankee hits that he has, those weird hits that he has that sometimes you need to do certain timing to hit them. Who other character has that? And you're not getting like a 7k damage from that. You're literally trying to do a light punch to crouching medium to standing heavy or something like that. An example. And it's really difficult to do it with him, It's so difficult.
I just remembered an idea I had for him. This one might not be something that people would want because it is kind of a shitty tactic that I think he should have, which is I think his assist should have a bigger cloud, and it hits like the same way, but it takes a while to dissipate. Like there's like animations where the cloud is kind of dispersing, almost to kind of get if the person blocks, you could still kind of get some oki out of it, like some mix up out there, because there's animation everywhere, so you can't really see too well.
But it doesn't does damage. It's just
it's just just kind of like a cool effect,
like glitter in the eye.
Yeah, like if you look at smoke and you fast forward smoke until it goes away, kind of like that.
I like it. I definitely like. That would be ridiculous. That would be cool. Can you tag him while the smoke is still there?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. The smoke is just going away, almost like Jin's super move. from BB Tag where he does that fucking
The ice.
the ice on the floor, and then the ice is just kind of there until it goes away because it's ice. You know, it's a cool effect.
What about you think they should give him the assist of the fat? Throwing the fat.
I'm surprised it's not an assist, but
that'd be ridiculous. Think about how once
it
again
just
like a
stops
Nappa
stuff.
type of thing. You know, that would be
Yeah.
a changer. People would learn that character. So imagine Bardock and that assist.
Yeah, it'll be like it'll be the same way as like, well, why do you pick Yamcha? Yo, man, that's just crazy, bro.
Yes.
Fat Boo's assist crazy, bro. That fat stops everything. You know?
I would definitely. I like his level 1, so I hope they don't nerf that because you can hit anyone in the whole screen.
Yeah.
And I think it's fantastic.
No, if anything, I would think it needs a little bit more damage.
Yes.
Like a different kind of skating. Like, let's say if you're right at his fucking belly, it should do more damage. But if you're far away, of course, you should do less.
Okay, I like it.
Goku Blue, another character you tried out for a while.
I like him. He's cool.
Do I have anything? I do have something, but it's involving an assist. I always think about assists that can kind of make people steer away from the most powerful assist.
Absolutely.
It's like, because the way he's set up, he's so set up to be the point character, right? He doesn't have projectiles. He has mix-up potential. He has fucking teleports, right? So he's already like, oh, okay, this guy is for having assists to back him up.
Yeah.
So what I think would strengthen him in being an assist is that dive kick that everybody doesn't really like. I think, and this is where I'm thinking about where it will make him be unique is, again, with the Krillin Rock where you have the input to hold back and then a different type of assist comes out. I think you have the normal one that angles down, and I think you should have one that angles up. Nothing in this game when it comes to an assist really goes upwards unless it's like Piccolo's homing thing, and that's just because it's homing. I think that would make it interesting. I think characters that can extend better, like at the mid-range, not all the way up in the sky with their combos, will be better because you can be doing stuff. Maybe even Zamasu, like you're canceling into flight, and then maybe you cancel back in and out of flight while that's hitting you, depending on how much hit stun it has. And maybe it could also blow up air dashes too, like if you just pop it out there, almost like a far-reaching uppercut.
That'll be like an anti-air. Like, I know the Gohans do anti-air, but it's still up very, very linear. It's not like Dragon, how you mentioned. Yeah, he was fun, but his gimmicks once again is teleports, and they suck. They suck ass, dude. How many times I have done his EX move shoulder in the 4 and I got hit? You know, it just doesn't make sense. And I get it. Maybe I'm not the best player. I do get it. But if the idea of it is not being performed, right? His teleports are really hard to combo because you need an assist to keep him there, and then you can hit him. And I did manage to partner up with 21 and do some cool combos, but I was like, what am I getting out of it? I'm not getting, just do light done and do better combo than that. I like that his super jumps and does that thing, that blast down.
Yeah.
It just feels that in the air you need to always do the same combo in order to hit that in the air because he literally moves up.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not like you could do a regular combo and then cancel the mid combo into super because it's not going to connect because he has that moving animation.
Can you do that super in the air and it teleports to the player on the ground?
In the air? No.
No?
No.
I think they should do that. That doesn't make any sense. He's blue.
Yeah, he's super fast. Now you can do down H in the air and the end of your combo and then do the super, and because he moves up, then he colorates perfect. But yeah, he should just teleport to where you at. That'll be an easy fix. Teleport to where he is.
Yeah, it would be a really cool thing if he has a fixed position on. Let's say like somebody's doing a full screen super and you're like, I got Goku Blue, I can super too, and it's instant.
Right in your face.
Right in your face.
But that doesn't work in this game anyway.
Yeah, it does. Is that it for Blue?
I think his teleport should be fixed, definitely.
Yeah,
I like his hits. His normals are good because they're weird and different.
He has really good damage in the corner.
Definitely. I just want his teleport to be better and his super in the air cancelable. You know, in regular combos.
Next up is Lord Yamcha.
The champ.
The CEO champ.
Champ. Ooh, that was rough. I tried.
With him, even though he has one of the strongest assists, I think he still needs help in the neutral. I, honestly, like with me, it's more when I was trying him out. I think it's more he needs combos that are fun. Because when I was trying out the other combos, like let's say adding a dive kick and all this other stuff, it needed really specific timing and sometimes specific um assists to really have him extend to do like just mediocre to regular damage, right? Instead of just doing his I think he might need a little bit of a rework when it comes to the routes he has to do combos, to extend combos and stuff like that. His left right mix ups is still like something I wouldn't touch because those are like if somebody's used to it, those can get blown up, but they can still catch you off guard at any moment, especially online. His crouching medium is weird because like sometimes it feels like if I hit the standing medium and then I go down, like it whips because it's not even the speed. It's like it's such a weird range where it's just not with all the stuff that he uses to move forward. That one move just doesn't feel like it fits with him. It's just like not the right range. Like give him like I don't know. Like even if it does that, make him move forward a little somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, I do have a problem with him because they're limiting him. Yeah, I get it. He's not supposed to be the strongest or whatever, but they're limiting him to even to the standard of the game engine itself. Like when he throws a regular S, he moves back. Like a little key projectile moves him back. That alone negates your combo potential without using meter to vanish. Like you cannot do a regular combo, do that, and finish it off with a move.
And it's a little weird. Like when I saw that little key blast, right, where he just hops back. I think I get it. It's for spacing for some reason, right? Spacing for some reason. And I don't understand what that reason is because he wants to get in your face.
Yes! and you can even aim it. You can aim.
No, you can't aim it up. You can't aim it down. It's just kind of like, no, this is the one thing you get. He has a Kamehameha that has a slow start up, but he has one at least. Yeah. You know what I mean? At least he has one. That's one of the things that I want to touch on with Teen Gohan. At least he has, like, he's a in your face character, but at least he has a tool to be like, all right, I'm gonna throw this out,
but so that they know in the air. Like every other person that throws.
Yeah, but he's Yamcha. I don't think he ever has done it in the air.
Yeah, he did. The Cyberman. He jumped.
Didn't he do the spirit thing?
Yeah, he did. But he jumps in with his hand like this, and then he throws it down. He does have that. I was saying you.
I think the spirit ball thing. I think it should blow up air dashes if you activate it.
Wait, it doesn't?
No.
No, stop. If you
activate, if you activate it, right, the balls home in on you, right? But the projectiles.
No, if you do a super dash, you go through.
I'm pretty
sure. Stop.
I'm pretty. So when I was playing with him online, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god.
I tried to punish an air dash with that super, and it didn't work out in my favor. So just because that made me angry, I think that would be a cool buff.
Yes, I do believe that. Don't make him move back with his regular S. Like you mentioned, he needs to get down in front of you. His dive kick, make it that you can combo into it. What can you do if you do a dive kick? Nothing. You can't combo.
I think you should cancel something out of that dive kick.
You can do the spinneroo. You can do anything.
It'll make if anything, it'll at least make him more fun. Like let's say if you can at least dash out of it if it lands, but they block.
It's not even a hard knockdown in the air, and he don't have a hard knockdown unless it's with a move.
Yeah, it's with the move with the spinny thing.
Correct.
Yeah,
but if you have a command normal that is down, then that should be your hard knockdown.
Yeah.
Or you want to do a wall with the hard kick, or then you want to do the spin.
Yeah.
Because then it becomes the same thing. You always gotta do that spin move. And you can do nothing after that spin move. Like just super.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, like I said, he needs like
two wolves.
More roots.
And I want him to see him with the short hair too. Even though I'm long hair, don't care. I want to see him with short hair.
Well, that's more of another topic on what DLC.
That should be a buff.
That is a buff. Baseball suit Yamcha would be a big buff.
That would be.
Bardock.
Everything.
Bardock. I think he's gonna have some frame stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think he's really, really good at doing what he needs to do, and weak on the places where they felt like he should have been weak, which is basically anything where it comes at range, like when it comes to projectile stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But the one thing that I could really think of, and I was playing Bardock this past whole month, right? So the one thing I really think that needs to get toned down as opposed to anything else, is his rebellion spear, which is the
Close
light
line.
one, the one that goes across.
The close
Because
line.
even sometimes, like if you're, it is something where you technically are supposed to lose your turn, but if your opponent hesitates for the littlest bit, it's your turn again. And I think that's the main thing that makes him brain dead. Just people feeling like they can just throw it out there.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of times where I'm like, let me just throw it out there. It'll work.
Ah!
Right? You know, but if you do the other ones, you could definitely get punished off of it. The ones that are angular, you know. So maybe even reduce the speed of it also. But I think mainly it should be his advantage on block should be even more disadvantageous when you block it.
I think he should get the same treatment that Adult Gohan got, because Adult Gohan used to be the Bardock, keeping you on block stun forever. And yeah, doesn't mean they're the same character, but I think it falls under the same mechanic of it. If you hesitate a second with Adult Gohan, that's his turn again, and maybe you got afraid that because you got hit once, you know.
Even I know what you mean too, because even let's say when I'm staggering my lights to my mediums, and then I stop to start a light again, it just feels extra easy to go. Nope, I beat you.
Spinaroonie.
Nope, you're slow. I beat you.
That Spinaroonie punch is insane.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of
I
it,
think
but
it's I think it's like safe.
It's great.
I think it's safe
and it
too.
jumps, so he evades low, so
And it hits overhead.
it's great. It's a great move. It's easier to just do and have fun with it. But the character is a DLC character, so to be honest, they needed to make him fun to play. Yeah. People want to pay for this character, you know.
He's the first black-haired Goku before this Goku, so they had to prep people for it.
Yes. I think definitely some of his normals and his auto combos needs to be a little bit tweaked out. I don't know numbers, but I just feel that they need to be tweaked out. Not nerfed necessarily, but maybe tweaked out. His super is okay. His damage is okay, in my opinion. Yeah. He needs to do a lot to get a lot.
Yeah.
It's just like you mentioned. I just feel he's always advantageous. Yeah. Whatever they gotta do, just maybe tone it down. And even, Adult Gohan. That's it.
Yeah, and even because like even playing you with my new current team, like I really felt the difference in neutral between Adult Gohan and Gohan's really strong, but I really felt like I had to think a little bit more.
Yeah,
instead of just going, let me just throw this out.
Oh, it worked.
It worked. Oh, he's over me. Let me just throw out these two lights. Oh, I sucked them in.
Oh, the Spinaroonie.
But the thing, yeah. Let's move on to Krillin.
Oh,
Krillin.
I forgot.
I don't know if you're like. I'm thinking. I had to think really hard as to what would make the fucking rock assist an assist that people will want to use.
Okay.
And the only thing I could think of is you give it the durability of Wolverine. Like you got to be chucking Wolverine all the time, like a tiny Wolverine. Like it's made out of adamantium. Maybe it could just stop everything when it hits.
I mean, no damage.
All these super powered. I don't even care if it's damage,
no damage.
but it just it doesn't do much damage anyway. It doesn't do like any break.
So might as well remove the damage and make it stupid.
Yeah, make it like dumb, even though it's a fucking rock, so people could be like that fucking rock.
So if, like Goku throws a Genki Dama, you throw the assist and hit it.
Boops. Not to that extent with where it's beating out supers, but like.
Why not?
Like,
fuck it.
But like, if you just throw a rock out and somebody's air dashing at you, maybe it'll stop the air dashing. You know.
So then the startup of that assist has to be way faster. Because he gets there, jumps, throws it.
Maybe, or come at an angle where it's in front of you.
Homing. Maybe it's homing. Maybe it always goes where you at.
I think
so.
If you
super jump, to you, he throws it to you.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. And then I think the only other thing I would say is like, in terms of how to balance out his infamous
jump
2H. Yeah. And the thing that made me think about this was Goku Blacks, because Goku Blacks has ridiculous range on his 2H, but it has a wind up. It has a slow startup. He is gonna knock that shit out the park when it lands. Right? I think with Krillin's, I think his should be probably the best 2H in the game that you can punish things with because of his startup. I think it should start up fast.
Yeah. Reaction. Like, boom.
Yeah, even if it's so stubby, because it's just so stubby. Yeah, like I'm not even gonna get into it, but it's whiffed in times, definitely in times where it's just been like, oh, that doesn't even reach there, huh? Like, But even if it has that, maybe it's one specific thing is to really blow up vanishes and other stuff like cross ups and stuff like that with how fast it comes
because
out.
you can keep throwing it out as long as you're in his field, basically.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I would like to see a little bit more in his solar flare, maybe. Maybe
Why
something
it
better.
has? Quick question. I can't remember lore wise, but has that ever been done in the air? And if it has,
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
he did it in Super.
Yeah.
When he jumped the super mega duper solar flare, stuff.
Yeah. So so why not just give it to him in the air?
Yes. Or and the thing is, and I think I'm right. If you have 21, you can get a solar flare in the air,
How?
like absorbing the power of people.
Oh yeah.
But it's still not great. It's still not like something incredible. I think that it should be maybe if he's stubby, that should be his zone. So maybe that is something faster and recoverable.
Yeah, like the way Krillin works out, I just feel like he's a character that was built to be annoying to get to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, even if he has stubby normals, getting to him should suck. Because he's got the charge Kamehameha,
Mm-hmm.
he's got the homing projectiles,
Yeah.
he does have the solar flare that just kind of stops you in your track, but just having it in the air too will make him even more annoying to get at. Aerial, like
so
while
you
he's
say
in
you
the air.
jump, somebody did that dash solar flare, and then you hit him down. Now you're chugging a stone, and then you're doing stuff.
He should be a nuisance.
Or maybe you could cancel that solar flare quickly to do your down H, like you mentioned. You're in his zone. Now that down H is gonna hit you or something like that. Yeah. I definitely want to see something like that.
We done with Krillin?
Mm-hmm.
Android 16. I honestly like with playing him in my team. I don't know why he's on this list because I don't see him getting buffs, and I don't know where they would nerf him.
Okay.
Other than maybe less damage in a way, but not like less damage in combos, like less options to do damage. Because with 2 assists in the corner, and if you start off with a 2M, I could do, depending on my meter, I can do with 1 meter 7.3k, and if I do use all my meter, like it goes up to 9.7.
You do way more damage.
You basically kill, like
That's
without
insane.
using. Yeah, I think that's a lot of damage to do. So I don't know if it's damage. It's going to be damage related, grab related.
But he's a heavy hitter, so he's supposed to feel like, yo, I got that rewarding. I don't have many options. But that's the thing. He has a lot of options. I feel that he should not be able to cancel out of his whiff command grabs. Why? Because no one else can. So if no one else can whiff out of a command grab and still attack, then he shouldn't.
You mean the aerial ones, right? Because you can't do it on the floor.
Yeah. If I do Broly jumping command grab, I can attack. I gotta land. Right. So no. If I'm 21, same thing. So they should be universal.
Because it should be more of a read because you can get a full combo.
Or it doesn't matter because then it becomes YOLO. I can just do it.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
oh, I didn't hit him because I thought he was gonna jump. Well, I can do my super armor attack afterwards, or my down, whatever the case may be. You should not be able to because it's just, I don't know.
In terms of buffing, if they do buff him, you mentioned he's a big brawler dude, right? And you do not want to be in his zone, in his area, and I don't think he has enough tools anymore to really keep people out of his zone or really have people care that you're close to him, because he can get mauled because of how slow
by the time he comes out.
Yeah, how slow his normals come out. So if they just add 1 hit of armor to his standing M, crouching M, because of how they wind up, it would at least give people fear to not try to maul him so easily. But he could have it or he could not have it. I just feel like it's something that's really disadvantageous to his game. But you could keep it how it is. I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to think of anything that would be any kind of buff to something where he's weak at.
Or his command grab that he does EX, that he grabs you, give him super armor.
That would be nice because EX, because it doesn't make any sense even if it's like lows makes a little bit more sense. Maybe a low could trip him up. Yeah. But if it's like a normal move, like let's say like a normal move is coming at you,
1 hit super armor will be
and then
look, Broly showed that 1 hit super armor is good enough.
Yeah.
If you read something, you can just super armor command grab, and it makes sense. It is fast as fuck. Don't get me wrong, and you can make it safe with an assist. But it will still make something. Wow, he has that shit now.
Yeah.
If I'm not gonna be able to whiff my command grab in the air, then my command guard is gonna have a super armor that I can be able to push through.
Yeah.
He does a shitload of damage though. He should.
I
be,
know.
and
He does. But
Broly needs to talk to this guy.
yo, man, I'm a legendary Super Saiyan,
What can I do?
and I hate Kakarot. You were made to destroy him.
What are you doing?
What's your regimen on getting all this damage output out there? I gotta use like 3 meters for a level 3 to do that, bro.
Command guard, I got those too. Yeah.
I got yeah. In the air too, bro. I'm doing it in the air. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. What's your technique?
He's like, you gotta wear this jersey and dunk them.
And just be like, can you remove your hands and put them back together? No. See, that's a problem right there. We're just built differently. So the next one, Hit. I just think he needs one thing, and that is better startup on his overhead low. I honestly
kick.
Yeah, the kick and the stomp and the overhead punch, or whichever one's. I just think where the game evolved to, it's not strong anymore at high levels. Maybe at low levels they'll fucking hate it, but blocking him, if you're used to his side to side, you know, he's got no really good high low, and that's where the game needs to be.
I rarely see him now. Like,
yeah,
completely.
Yeah, it's he's weird.
Yeah.
He does a lot of damage, but he's weird. So already he doesn't play like everybody else, all the other characters.
Falls into that basket. Yep.
Yeah, and he has a lot of cool stuff. He has unblockables and all that stuff.
He has the air super. He has counters, like you mentioned.
Yeah, but he does his. I'm telling you, the overhead and the low are slow bars. So I think that's honestly.
What about Buffy's command grab? Fuck it. That crystal thing.
At the moment, I don't think that really needs to be something that's he can control the ground better. But at the moment, I think when it comes to him potentially not being broken, I think that's the safest way to go right now. Just speed it up to a decent level where it's not like a big wind up.
But what it's gonna be, I know he's supposed to be in the floor. He's supposed to be a master in the floor, not in the air. But then if you're gonna nerf or buff him, like how he's still gonna combat against people that are so well versed in the air and stuff like that? Like what is he gonna do? Maybe you don't. I don't know.
I don't know. I just think you just
teleports are okay, but just, like, you gotta vanish to convert.
But with other characters that are strong on the ground, you just gotta make sure he stays strong. He's still strong, dude. Like on the ground, it's just that one little thing for me. I feel needs to.
It would be cool if you could combo, because he's a boxer type of thing. If you could combo special move to special move, that would be cool. So if you do like you know, when he goes into his time dimension, then he kicks you. Which is I think with light punch, maybe you could combo into his overhead. So now you're doing the kick and then the punch down.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Like maybe like the starter for that would be like that one punch.
Oh, that one inch boom.
Yeah, the one that goes across screen, and then you could just link it almost like Bardock. You can just link it to your other level.
Or some normals that maybe that kick can be cancelable to overhead, and because the overhead is quicker now, you have that whole. That's how he opens you up.
Yeah.
Boom, overhead, and then he goes in.
Yeah,
he's really cool character. I try him, just wasn't for me.
Yeah, same here.
Running.
He's honestly one of my favorite characters in Super, and one of the people I wanted to play, but because of his play style, it just didn't suit me. Next.
I'm good. Yeah, team.
Well, you're
young Gohan.
Yeah, teen young Gohan, whichever one it is. If they're calling him teen, maybe they're picking the one that was from that movie, because he's a little older in the movie. Yeah,
he's actually a teen though.
Yeah, so
they use him in Japan still.
So here's two things I would say about Teen Gohan. Either you strengthen his rush down to almost Bardock levels and keep him one-dimensional that way, or you give him more stuff, more projectile versatility, because he has projectiles that he can use that his brother uses. Well, not his brother, himself. Himself and stuff that he just, for some reason, doesn't have in the game. And he does have a slot for it because he just doesn't have it. He just has like you just holding S, and then you could do multiple.
He has that orb one that is really good.
Yeah, but the orb one only goes down.
That's correct.
Yeah, so you can't even even if it has more durability, and you can't angle it up or down or sideways.
It's more for combo potential than for actually zoning.
Yeah.
Yep. I play with him. I definitely try to learn him and stuff like that. He's actually one of my favorite ones in this game in terms of how he looks, the presentation, everything else like that. And his stuff, when it works good. It's just not all his hits combo to each other all the time. Like, they need to fix that his auto combo his second light hit is a jumping attack. That fucks you up because you cannot cancel to a crouching medium right after. So that if you do that second one, you're fucked. You committed. You need to just finish up that string with the safest thing you can.
Yeah, and it sucks because he's a character that's up close. Yeah. It's not like he's some type of long range character, and then he has that weird tool in the if you choose to go up close and you risk it because it's rare for you to be that close. Yeah. It's like these guys in the trenches all the time.
Mm-hmm. And his move, I think his kicks, there's multiple kicks that slice to the side. I think they're really strong. But then again, in order to have a neutral that can benefit that, you don't have a neutral because your normals are really weird. They're stubby. His slide is slow as fuck.
His slide is really slow. Dude, like, it makes no sense why it's that slow.
And then when he's comboing in the air, it's just like you mentioned, the entertainment of the character. It's a little bit boring because I don't know if you look at the animation, is literally the same two hits.
Yeah.
He does that kick up and that punch, that kick up, that punch, even if they're different attacks.
Yeah. So
it just feels boring. When you're in the air, you always have to end up either with that kick that is the same animation or then the sliding multiple punch. So I want to see his neutral being fixed in terms of his auto combo. I don't think they're going to give him a projectile, though. I don't think they're going to give him one of those.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, either a projectile or they just make that his essence, what they were, like, trying to create with him, stronger and making more sense.
I thought they were gonna give him a gut punch. He does have a regular normal, looks like a gut punch. I think they should have given him something like that. I don't think they're gonna add moves. So in this case, I want to see his normals being easier to connect and faster.
Because of how his assist looks, just aesthetically, like compared to adult Gohan, I think, and with how it was used in the anime manga too, like it was a really important move of his. It was like one of those like, oh shit, he hit the fuck out of him, right?
He murdered.
So I think at least in assist form, it should be a little bit different than adult Gohan's. Like maybe because it has all of this aura around him, maybe
in a juggle state or something like that.
I don't know. Maybe more hits done, or it comes out faster because it is kind of slow too. It comes out slow and he leaves slow. He just kind of lingers there, like I'm Team Gohan, like, or maybe have some kind of armor. I don't know, like something like that makes it different. It's just like
it literally is the same one as the other.
Yeah,
you're right.
Something a little different. Something to make it more powerful of a move. And again, it's to be more well-rounded with the character not being stuck at being a specific position in the game when you need to be more versatile with the character.
What about his super? He does a lot of damage because this guy does a lot of damage. And it just sucks that his super goes up because your super doesn't give you a hard knockdown. And you're supposed to be up close. So how are we going to do this again? Oh, now I got to chase you again and figure out where you at.
That's easy. DHC into Kid Buu. Yeah, I agree. It kind of sucks. Like, if you could choose to angle the Kamehameha, it would be nice.
Why not?
It would be nice. Because lore.
Well, give him a kick, a stupid kick pad. Done. Hard knockdown. Done.
Yeah. Trunks. With Trunks, he's one of these characters that don't have a real crouching low. But
oh really?
Yeah. But I wouldn't give him one. I would focus more of his way to open people up would be his one thing that does make him unique that no other character has. So I would play with it would be his cyclone spin.
Mm-hmm.
So with those cyclone spins, I that's like movement that nobody else is gonna have in the game. That's a way to open up people that nobody has in the game, and they should make it even stronger.
Yeah.
So that you see the difference in playstyle when you're playing as him. Like, yeah, he's in the air, but he's like super fast. So I think I would speed that up.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of fast now, but not so fast to the point where you're worried about it.
Yeah, his normals are very strong. They keep you on lockdown. But having that tool, once again, if you don't challenge him on his normals, you can just block, right? But then now you have that he can either be safe, throw a beam. Yeah, I do agree with you in terms of that. But I will also speed up his sword attack, the one that he's overhead and hits you. Because think about it, you can cancel that from that spin. So now you have either he's gonna hit me overhead or he's gonna hit me normal. So it becomes a whole gamble, and Trunks will become a monster, dude. He's a cool character.
Yeah, and it's not like, and the reason, like, I know he's kind of popular in New York, but the reason a lot of people don't pick him is one, he's not the strongest, right? He's like fair, right? He's super fair, but his combos are a little bit more difficult than everybody else's combos to do the same amount of damage.
And if we go back again, if you're different, go back to that basket.
Yep.
And it's true, right? But the thing, if you make what you just said, right? If they make what you said, the people that actually pick him, you know that, okay, so this person's going to be doing stuff. It's not going to be your scrub that's just going to press buttons. It's not going to end up doing anything for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do agree. His level 3 does a lot of damage on scale.
Yeah.
So maybe...
Nah, dude, keep that damage.
No, maybe on combo.
No, it's fine.
No, his burning attack does a lot of damage. He don't do it in the air, though.
Well, more aerial supers in general in the game if they rebalance it in a big like update, like the new game cleans out.
But given that he's always in the air and jumping,
yeah,
you have like a slash, like a ching. Sorry,
that makes a lot of sense.
I just slash him, by the way.
No, but that does make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
it would make more sense if you jumped up in the air and hit me.
Throw the whole mic on the floor.
But yeah, if he's always in the air, it would be cool to have that option to kill from the air. But then again, like if you really synergize your team, you could just cancel into somebody else's super, I guess.
I get it.
But
I just don't like
nice,
the shortcomings of
but
those
it's true,
things.
like if you're by yourself, you got to think about that, right? If the character's by himself, how many tools does he have to be able to finish off, to close out, basically.
Or from the head. Hey, I did that beam in the air, now I can do that slash in the air, whatever.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
Last character, guys, is Piccolo.
Nice.
The only thing I could think of is what everybody complains about, that doesn't play him, does play him. Everybody just doesn't understand why he needs meter to do a hard knockdown. So
that's 21.
Yeah, that's the only thing that doesn't make sense to me. Also, maybe it's because at some point they thought his ground game mix-up game was too strong, because they did give him a lot of tools for it, right? He had the help, the grenades. He has the up, down, left, right,
which is a counter too, like it blocks.
Yeah, which is a counter. So even though it's slow, it's because it's supposed to be a counter, right? Yeah. But then you kind of know where it's coming from, more or less. It's not. It's just not the hardest thing to block, even though it's.
You gotta be patient. You gotta be patient.
So I don't know.
I personally would say a lot of people will say the hard knock. I think once if they do give that, hey, you could just do that move normally with light punch, and it will give a hard knockdown. That alone, people will be like, okay, that's great, that's it, that's all we needed. But I think the character needs a little bit more than that, right? His command grab that he does, that throws that little beam or that, yeah, you can do that, but you cannot get more out of that.
You get a decent combo
in the corner. That's it.
No, in mid screen you could do a combo
from that grab.
Yeah.
Maybe I haven't seen it.
I think they even show it in the crappy little combo tutorials.
Okay.
Like you do like a real short one, but they show you it.
A grab to super, maybe?
I don't remember. It's like you grab, you do the beam, you do a thing, then you pop them. I don't know.
Okay, I will have to see that. And then his special, his regular level 1 super needs to be better. That thing is slow as hell. That teleporting thing and then special beam is so garbage.
It's really cool. At first, when I first ever picked him up, I'm like, oh, cool. Like, if I hold this down,
you get body. That's
it. I think it should be something that activates almost like a level 3.
Okay.
Where if you're still holding down, it's almost like to counter somebody.
So he's like charging. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, like it's basically like instead of like when somebody's doing a super, let's say like somebody's doing something that's safe to you, like you already started in a point where you're like teleporting away and then before you shoot it, instead of it going like straight to the forward, and then you're like, okay, I'm doing this raw. Now I'm gonna be going back and forth. Ha. You can't get me. It's not like I can aim this up or anything.
That's what I was saying. In the animation, he has aimed that in every possible angle you can to saving any possible way of Gohan. And you can throw it up. Imagine if you do your grab, you kick him up.
Yeah, shoot it up diagonal. I think that would be cool, more versatile.
And then it gives you, and then you fall down with a sliding knockdown. So then,
yeah, that'd be cool.
You want a hard knockdown? Spam a meter.
I mean, in general, I think this patch is gonna be really good, since they mentioned that it was gonna be mainly focused on buffing characters. That's why you see most of the cast, and the characters that have been omitted from any changes, that's more or less where they want to try to get everybody else to bringing some down to the level of Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Vegeta, Goku Black, and Adult Gohan. Somewhere in that range is where they want the characters all to be, so that they can all be
And,
viable.
and not to say like because they're reincarnate, I think Vegeta and Goku they feel good. They feel strong.
Yeah,
They
like
have
all of those
tools.
characters I mentioned, like they definitely have enough tools. They have their weaknesses and they have their strengths, and they're not.
But they can fend themselves.
Yeah, they're not completely just overpowering. Like
Yeah, this
some of the
character always feels like, hey, you need someone to pat your back, except Cell, of course, and Boo.
Yeah.
But they all need like that pat in the back. Hey, let me help you do that thing. You know, while Goku and Vegeta are just.
And you know it's
thing.
funny, like there's guys always like kind of biased to their characters. You're like, yeah, but by himself, Cell, blah blah blah, or something like that. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
we've seen him win.
Yeah, cool. Well, don't pick Cell, then pick like fucking Yamcha.
Literally.
See how hard it is for him, like
or young Gohan or
yeah,
like that.
like. But I'm really excited to see where this goes. I'm probably gonna cool off on the game a little bit and play some BB Tag till the patch lands to see if the characters I'm planning on playing really get affected badly to the point where I don't want to play them. But yeah, so
or maybe you migrate to different characters,
or maybe because of how interesting some buffs are. That's right. I'll be choosing some other things. Hopefully, assist wise, a lot more characters are more versatile, which is what I'm more looking forward to.
My final thought on this is that hopefully it's very exciting. It's very exciting patch and stuff like that, and you can see the energy of the producer. They want to do this. I just feel that he's gonna let people play the characters they want to play, not the characters that they have to play, and that's a very big thing, And that's something that I know I haven't gone into it much, but MVCI I wanted to play the characters. There were very few only, but the characters I wanted to play that I used is because I wanted to play them. It was really really cool. Yeah, there were some other characters people end up playing because they're super strong, but even you saw some people playing with certain characters because they like that character, and that's something that they should be here. That happens a lot in BB Tag, and not to compare, but a lot of people pick the character because they like that character.
What's funny is like I recently had listened to a podcast. I think it was from a guy named not our podcast. We haven't done anything in a while, especially around Marvel. I think it was a guy named Zerms. His YouTube. I think it's called Flying High or Aerial something. I came across it, and a guy actually mentioned because they talk a lot about Marvel that where the meta has developed in that game, a lot of the characters ended up being really viable, and only like maybe 4 out of the whole cast people are like, don't pick them. Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
But
So,
before that was very strange. That was completely weird.
yeah, like when it comes to the Buzz, right? The Buzz made a tier list like of his quote unquote final tier list before Ultimate for Smash, and when you're looking at the tier list, it's like a huge chunk of that cast is in C, D, E, wherever the fuck the low chunk is, like, and it should definitely be the other way around, where you're seeing the top 20 characters be viable and pickable and all that stuff, and you shouldn't be subjected to just picking what's strong, but picking the characters you're connected to.
Of course, because then you're gonna play him more, right? Yeah. You're not gonna be like, this bullshit. I don't even like this character.
Yeah.
It's become like that. Yeah, I'm excited. I definitely want to see that.
All right, guys.
What the future holds.
Thanks for listening. Hope to see you guys again real soon. Maybe we'll do some more Dragon Ball stuff because there's a lot of news coming out for Dragon Ball lately. Hook us up with a like. Hook us up with a sub. Hook us up with any kind of support and love. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
DKO podcast. We are out.
Peace out.